Hello, it's me, Melody. I'm not dead. Sounds like Takati's on his way because I started talking. I know I've been AWOL for like a month. Sorry. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's gotta drink some water. He's a thirsty boy. Don't! He just tipped his water bowl over. What? What was that? What was the point of that? Good morning. Did you just wake up from a nap? Okay. Anyway, hello. It's Melody. I've been AWOL for like a month. I know. I've been dealing with like some health. Dude! I've been dealing with like some health stuff, and that takes up like all of my energy, and believe it or not, making these does take up a lot of creative energy. So it's been on the back burner, but I'm here now. Hello. What's going on? Today I wanted to talk about something not controversial, but a lot of people have very strong opinions on the matter. So are you gonna come over here or not? Hi! Say hello! Say hello! I am Takati. Look at that smile. I know, buddy. Hey. A lot of people have a lot of strong opinions on this matter. And the matter is, as you could probably see from the title, should service dogs be a last resort? And I have my own story, I have my own opinions, and I'm going to share them here. And you can formulate your own. I'll do the pros and cons, blah, 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 blah. So, I do not think that service dogs should be a last resort. Because Takati was not a last resort. So, I've been thinking about doing a separate video on like the whole how I got a service dog. Let me know if you want to see that, but real quick, I was actually denied from a organization that trained service dogs before I trained him. And one of the reasons was because I had not gone down every avenue, and also because I wasn't okay. I had really severe agoraphobia. I couldn't even go outside, and I was a huge risk. They couldn't take me on because how do they know that a dog's gonna help? So I didn't have that option, and it was like I wanted to get a dog because I knew in my heart that it would help. I just felt it. You know, maybe this is a bad thing to say and promote, but I just knew. I don't know how any other way to say it. I just knew. And I was right, so I mean. But, I had gone down just about every avenue that I could to improve my mental health. I was in therapy, I was taking medication, I was, trying just about everything that I could at the time, and it got to the point where the idea of me going into inpatient treatment in a hospital was tossed around because I just could not leave the house. I would just have panic attacks every time, and it was so bad. So, like, I was about ready to do that, and that was, like, my last resort. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't. Okay. And I was about ready to just do that, but I also really, really did not want to. The thought of going back into inpatient treatment, and this time for months. I've been in inpatient treatment before, and I really didn't want to do it again. So Takati was my second to last resort, and it worked out pretty well. That being said, I did get pretty far along in like the order of events that you go along. I was doing therapy, I was doing medication, I was doing everything. And I think for a lot of people, it would probably be valuable to try therapy. I'm talking mostly about psychiatric service dogs right now, but this does apply to people with physical disabilities as well. Say, because, like, you can go on a lot of different medications, and it's definitely a hard time finding a medication that will work for you. I've been on so many different medications, so many different doses, so many different combinations. Right now, I feel like I've found a combination that's really helping me, and I don't know, I've been on medication for 5 years, so it's taken me a really long time, and not everyone has that kind of time. When you could have a dog that helps immensely. So just because I went down that route and I wanted to go down the route of therapy and medication, I think if I had known at the time and wanted to, I think a service dog would have helped just as much. I am still on medication, so the combination for me is what I need. But that's not the case for everyone. Medication doesn't work for everyone. I do believe that there is a medication out there for just about everyone, but not everyone wants to go on medication. Not everyone believes in medication. Some people can't go on medication for whatever medical reason. So I think a service dog is a viable option. I don't think it is a last resort where you need to be just at the end of your rope. I think that they are so valuable, and yeah, I just lost my train of thought. So. That being said, also the reason why I got denied from the organization was they didn't know if I was going to be able to, do it. Like, I couldn't leave the house, and I had a phone interview, and the lady who was interviewing me was just like, we can't give you a dog if you can't even leave the house. How are you going to get out here to come train with a dog? I'm like, I can do it. Please believe in me. But no, I was a liability, so they couldn't do it, which I understand. I'm not angry with them for any reason, which is also why I'm not, like, putting them on blast or anything. So that liability of we don't know if a service dog is going to work out for you is one of the big reasons service dogs aren't a first choice. That, in my opinion, that they shouldn't be a last choice. I also don't know if they should be a first choice. They can be if that's what you really, really think will help you, but you have to weigh the pros and cons. Maybe I should try something else first, because getting a dog is such a long process. If you're going through an organization, it's so much money. It's a long waiting list. It's a lot of fundraising. I mean, depending on the organization. The one that I was trying to go through was like $24,000. So, it's a lot. And on top of the monetary investment, even if you're not going through an organization, it's a lot of training and going through trainers and books and learning how to do all this. And then you have to find, if you're going through a breeder, you have to find a reputable breeder and get a dog, which is an expensive investment. And then if you're going through a shelter, which is what I did with Ducati, it's a huge risk. Shelter dogs, you can do all the temperament testing in the world, but you never know how it's going to work out until you have that dog and you've done training for months, and then you realize this dog isn't going to work. And that's tragic, and it's such a blow on your self-esteem and your mental health, and such a setback. So you have to take all of that into account when you're considering a service dog, which, if you're looking into it, you probably already have. So, anyway, point is, I don't think that service dogs should be written off as a good choice. I know that a lot of doctors, I've heard horror stories about people saying that their doctor, told them that they weren't disabled enough or that it's not the right choice for them, blah, 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 and nobody knows but you. Weigh the pros and cons for yourself and make your own decision, and if that's the route that you want to go down it. If it's not, don't. If you want to try it later, try it later. There's no right or wrong time to do it. And that's the entire sentiment of this video. So, yeah. If you're still here, I want to take a moment to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers. That's like pretty crazy to me. I know in the realm of the YouTube sphere, it's pretty minuscule, but to me, it means a lot more than I can even verbalize. So the fact that anyone wants to watch me rambling like once a month is pretty cool. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And I hope we continue to grow, and I have the spoons to continue to make these, and hopefully on a more regular basis. So there's a lot of exciting things coming up within the next year, so I'm excited to document those. And I'm gonna do a little self-promo here. I've been working really hard on a store. I am an artist, and I sell my original art, prints of my art, and see this guy, this is my art, but it's not for sale. If you want it for sale, let me know. Where was I? I sell prints of my art, and I sell buttons. If you're interested in any of those, you can check it out. If you're not, ignore me. I'm just trying to save up enough money before I move and kind of get my life on track, because I am an adult now, almost. So, yeah.